too much on technology or just letting go and being yourself, taking a step back. And that's Geordi's problem in the beginning. And it's painted out so clearly. And that's what's so great about a lot of these episodes where I'm noticing, which I'm going to talk about Timescape later,
Okay.
that's on my list, where there is a wonderful opening segment that basically sets up the theme of what this episode is about, and that carries through to the end. Geordi is on the holodeck. There's a lady he likes. He says, "You want another Coco No-No?" He's trying to get her drunk. She says, "It's a little cold." He's like, "I could turn down the breeze," and they have a beautiful ocean setting. And then he makes the guy with the violin come out. I programmed the holodeck perfect. And she's just like, "No," And then mid-episode, he talks to Guinan, and he's like, "Guinan, what am I doing wrong?" And she's like, "You're doing just fine with me. You're just being yourself."
She always knows what's what.
And that ends up being the arc of the entire episode when we get to the booby trap part.
Yes, because the Enterprise discovers an absolutely ancient distress signal coming from this little asteroid belt, and they go there and they find this ship that's like 1,000 years old.
Keep a meeting in battle cruiser.
The other half of this episode, the Picard bit, is Picard is very much into archaeology, and Picard is geeking the fuck out about this 1,000-year-old ship. Usually Picard's pretty reserved, and he's very visibly giddy in this episode. He gets to go on his ship in a bottle. It's something they reference. There's like a scene where Picard is it's like building a ship in a bottle. You ever do that? And nobody fucking else did. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this crazy old man talking about? Ships and bottles?
It is exactly as they left it, number one. In the bottle. Ship in the bottle. Oh, good Lord. Didn't anybody here build ships in bottles when they were boys?
Except for O'Brien, who decides to suck up
I did, sir.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien.
in that particular moment. I build ships in bottles, sir.
I love how he asks it to Worf and Data, and Worf's like, "I didn't play with toys." And Data's just like, "I was never a boy." And he connects on a certain level with his counterpart aboard the ship. And that counterpart was in charge of the lives of all the people on the ship, which is the arc for Picard at the end.
So we Picard geeks out. They explore the ancient ship, and they all go back to the Enterprise. It's okay. It's time to go home. Oh no!
We fall into the same snare that killed them. 1,000-year-old booby trap.
Because the Enterprise can't leave, because apparently what happened to the ancient ship is it got caught in a booby trap. And when they try to leave, there are these like devices hidden in the asteroids that just suck off all of the Enterprise's power as it's trying to leave. It's like a figure trap.
Yeah.
The more power they use to get out, the more the trap keeps them in place. Picard needs Geordi to figure out how to get them out of this trap. We need to outthink this trap. And so then Geordi gets sucked down this rabbit hole where he finds the notes of Leia Brom, who helped design the Enterprise. And he, just bit by bit, he kind of ends up on the holodeck with a holographic representation of Leia Brahms. So in the holodeck, without trying to woo a lady, just being himself as an engineer, falls in love with the hologram of Dr. Leia Brahms. Because he's not trying. He's not trying to woo her. He's not trying to get out, here's the roses, here's the wine. It's like, well, I'm an engineering problem. Let's figure out this engineering problem. And that's Geordi's thing. He's being himself. He's an engineer. And he gets to be an engineer with this other engineer.
Don't go away. I mean, computer save program.
Yeah. And to be fair, she is a little overly warm and receptive, which we discover several episodes later, which in real life she is not. That's a whole nother story.
That's the sequel episode,
That's the
which
sequel.
is also good.
Which is also good.
The Forge. So you're the one who's fouled up my engine designs.
But yeah, like when you watch this episode, which in my memory was sort of just like okay episode. But when you watch it and you say it's an episode about how the Enterprise gets caught in a booby trap that